Hi guys, welcome to your full body simmer class. It's going to be around 25 minutes on the mat today, and all you'll need is a resistance band. Everything can be done without that band, so if you don't have one, not to worry. If you do have one, I'd recommend around a medium to heavier resistance. And when you're ready, let's get started. So we're going to start kneeling on that mat, and we're going to come into some active breath to begin. So one hand to heart, one hand to our lower belly. Maybe you want to close down the eyes. We're going to take a nice big inhale through the nose, and as we do so, we feel those ribs expanding up and out. So we inhale through the nose, and then we exhale through the mouth, sighing it out. Inhale, feel those ribs sliding up and out. And then when we exhale, we slowly, through pursed lips, push that breath out, slide those ribs back in towards the body. One more here. And then we exhale. Let it go. Your hand comes towards the mat, and we could take the opposite arm. We stretch it up and over, coming into a side bend. Maybe you want to look up towards that hand to deepen that stretch. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, come up and over straight onto that other side. Again, we can maybe look up to that hand, deepening that stretch. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to come back through center. Let's take a couple rolls of those shoulders. One way, two more. And then reverse it, roll those shoulders forwards, or whichever direction you were going. And then we're coming to some neck stretches. So our neck is often neglected, especially if we work at that office job, at the desk all day, 9 to 5. This is going to feel really good. So we're going to stretch that neck over to one side, dropping the head over. You can grab hold of the head with the hand, and then pull, deepening that stretch, nice and gentle. That's it. Come up and over, straight over to the other side. Now again, you can deepen that stretch by pulling on that head with the hand, nice and gently. That's it, feeling that stretch down the neck. And then come back through center. So if you've got your band, place it over, just over the knees, on your inner thighs. So just above those knees. Again, without that resistance band, absolutely fine. You're going to come into your 4-point kneel. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and we're going to drop that chest. We're going to arch through that spine. We're going to look up towards the ceiling as we inhale. And then we exhale, we round through that spine, pushing that mat away with those hands. And then you inhale, drop the chest. Take a couple more cat-cows here in your own breath. Exhaling to pull up through that stomach towards the spine, doming through the spine. Dropping the chest, we inhale, we look up towards the ceiling. We take one more last cat stretch here. And then you come back into that neutral spine. We tuck those toes. We hike the hips back into that downward dog. Let's check our position here. So those feet are hip distance apart. We're pushing our chest in towards our inner thighs. We're lengthening out through that spine. And we're feeling that stretch deepening down those hamstrings. You can keep it nice and still here, or we can start to pedal out through those feet. Still pushing that chest towards that inner thighs, lengthening out through that spine. Noticing how tight we're feeling maybe down those hamstrings. Sending our breath to that stretch. That's it. We're going to spend about 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to hover forward into a 4-point kneel with our knees hovering above the mat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ripple forward. You come into that 4-point kneeling position. Now, check your form. Your knees should be inches above the mat. Belly button is drawn towards that spine. Those shoulders are relaxed. And we're looking towards the front of the mat, not back at our knees. You're going to hold for 10 seconds here. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Neutral spine, relatively flat back here. That's it. You've got 5, 4. We're going to hike the hips back in 3, 2, 1. Hike the hips back into that downward dog. And then you ripple forward into that high hover, your bear hover. So you hold for 2 seconds, knees inches above the mat. And then we ripple back into that downward dog. This is your first layer, your base layer. I'm going to give you lots of layers today. You can always come back down to this base layer at any point. That's it. Now the key here is those knees are only inches above the mat in that bear hover. We don't want to see our bums pointing up too high. You've got that relatively flat back. That's it. Now we're going to spend about 10 more seconds here before we add on. Remember, this is your base layer. You can always come back to this first point in 5 more seconds. We're going to add on a pulse of the band. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. In that bear hover, can you give me 2 pulses out on that band? And then hike the hips back to your downward dog. If you've not got your band, absolutely fine. You just do this as if you had the band on. You still pulse those knees out. 1 and 2. That's it. So our shoulders are quickly switching on. Our lower core should be switching on too. You've got it. That's it. Keep breathing. We're working our way to hold it in that bear hover, just pulsing out on that band. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Can you hold forwards? Can you just pulse out on that band for 10 seconds here? Yes, you can. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hike those hips back. Can you walk those hands all the way in and slowly come up to standing? Come straight into that squat position. So you're going to give me 4 squats. Weight back into those heels. Nice flat back. Once you've done 4, you walk the hands back down. You walk it into your high plank. You're going to give me 4 toe taps. 3, 4. Walk it back into that 4-point bear hover position. Give me 4 pulses out in that band. And 4. We start again. So back into those squats. You give me 4 squats. Nice flat back. Weight is in the heels. And then you come back through, walking into that full plank position, making sure our belly button's drawn to spine. 4 toe taps. 3, 2, 1. Back into that bear hover. And you give me 4 pulses out on that band. That's it. So 4 is your magic number here. That's it. Quick sequence here. We're going to hold in that squat position in about 20 more seconds. That's it. Back into that bear hover. 4 pulses out on that band. Cardio bunnies, you can always give me a jump or a heel rise. You've got it. All the way down. This is your last full time through. 3 and 4. Back into that bear hover. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to hold at the top. You just give me those squats. That's it. If you're adding on that jump or that heel rise, That's it. Or we just keep it as is, no jump or heel rise. You pick your level of intensity. Our arms push back at the top, trying to activate that upper body alongside. Okay, we're gonna hold it down in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it down. Now, don't come up. We just pulse it out on that band. Still sat back nice and low, nice flat back, as if you're sitting on a chair. Can you go 1 inch lower? Yes, you can. 4, 10, 9. We're going to walk it forwards in 8, 7, finding that high plank in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we fold forwards. We walk it all the way out into that high plank. Check your form, hands under the shoulders, slight squeeze of the glutes, belly button drawn to spine. We just do those toe taps. That's it. Again, without the band is fine. It just adds that extra bit of resistance. Yes, you can. In 10, in 9, we walk it back to that bear hover. In 6, in 5, in 4, 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, walk it back into that bear hover. Now, just give me those pulses out on the band. Remember, belly button drawn to spine, knees inches above the mat, bum's not up here. That's it. Looking past those fingertips, not back at our knees. You've got 5, 4, we stay lifted, in 3, in 2, in 1. Can you twist the body over to one side, opposite hand comes up towards the ceiling, and then straight through to the other side. When you come back through center in that bear hover, knees stay close to the mat, so I don't want to see your bum coming up like this. You've got it. Switching on those obliques, wringing out that waist. I want you to imagine your waist is your bikini after you've been in the pool or the sea. Now, you want to wring all that water out. That's what we're doing with our waist right now. Still keeping those knees super close to the mat. We've got 10 more seconds. We hold in center and then we're out in 8, in 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. We just hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees back. Come into your child's pose, maybe. Find a second, catch your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to swing those legs round. We're going to come into our glute series. The band stays exactly where it is, and you're going to meet me on your back on the mat. Okay, so let's check our setup to begin. Your feet are hip distance apart, so about a fist in between your feet. And I want your heels relatively close to your glutes so that you can almost tap them with your fingertips. Okay, so band is around the inner thighs. Hands are on the mat. And we're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale. We're going to tuck and tilt that pelvis all the way up and come into our full glute bridge. Squeezing those glutes at the top. We hold for a second. We inhale to come all the way back down. Upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. So that pelvis tilts to come up first, and then we follow with our glutes, squeezing at the top. We inhale to come all the way back down. Upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. Maybe you want to lift your hands, bring them up towards the ceiling. That's it. So we inhale, slowly coming all the way down, crushing a row of grapes, one by one, as you come all the way down. Articulating fully through the spine. That's it. Trying to not let those knees knock in. That band should be helping us there. Okay, we're gonna add on. This is your base layer. Drop back at any point. We're gonna come all the way up. Hold at the top. Now, hips are nice and stable. We're not arching through our back. That's it. So we add on 2 pulses on that band at the top, and then you slowly come all the way back down, articulating through that spine. We come all the way up. We squeeze those glutes at the top, 2 pulses out on that band. That's it. So we come all the way back down. We can add a little bit more pace here. That's it. So 2 pulses. That's it. So your glutes are going to get pretty fired up here. The good news is no single leg work today. Whew, doesn't mean it's not just as intense. Okay, squeezing out on that band. Yes, team. Tilting that pelvis up. Hips stay nice and stable, so we don't want to rock them from side to side. That's it. Okay, we're going to hold at the top on this next one. Can you hold at the top? Can you just give me those pulses out on the band? Yes, team. Okay. Whew, those glutes are really firing up. Hopefully you're feeling it. Okay, keep those hips nice and high. Squeezing those glutes. For 5, we hold at the top. In 4, don't drop. In 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, we hold at the top. Can you give me 1 heel rise? Drop those heels back down. Squeeze out on that band. Then drop into a flat back. So no need to articulate through the full spine anymore. We come all the way up. We lift onto those toes. The heels come off the mat. Drop the heels back down. 1 pulse out on that band, and then come all the way back down. That's your new layer. So heel rise. Drop the heels out on that band. Whew, my glutes are shaking. I did do leg day yesterday as well, so it was not a wise move on my part. That's it, team. Okay, we're gonna lose the reset to the mat and just hold it up. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, so just that heel rise and out on the band, but we don't reset this time. So pulls out on that band. Keep those hips nice and level. Don't lose that height. Make sure that our ribs aren't flaring. They're nice and tucked. We're not arching through that spine. You've got it. Okay. Whew. We're going to hold those heels lifted in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Can you hold those heels lifted? Pulse out on the band with those heels lifted. 10 seconds here. In 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't lose that height. In 6, 5. You hold it lifted. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold those heels lifted. Can you march one leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop? Lower those heels, come all the way down, reset. Come all the way up to your glute bridge, squeezing those glutes at the top. Come onto those toes. 1 march to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. Lower the heels, come all the way down. This is our last layer here. You can do it. Okay. 10 more seconds here. We hold at the top and we just march it out. You've got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we stay at the top. Lift those heels. Just march it out. You've got it. We're going to finish with the pulse in 10, in 9, in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, lift, stay lifted. Those heels stay lifted. Just pulse those hips up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Whew. All the way to the end. You've got 10, 9, 8. Yes, you can. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all the way down. Whew. Okay, team, that was quite spicy. Now, good news, those glutes get a break. We're going to come into our core series. So, take the band, place it over the arches of the feet. So, around both feet, over those arches. We come back down onto the mat. Okay, so again, your heels are relatively close to your glutes. Feet hip distance apart, and I want you to come onto those heels. So your toes are off of the mat, and there's a slight bit of tension on that band. Your hands come to temples, and we're going to come into our ab curls to begin. So inhaling to prepare. We exhale, we lift, scoop and curl, looking past those knees. We inhale to come back down. So just our ab curls to begin. This is our base layer. When we come up, we're imagining our ribs sliding down towards those hips. A slight hold at the top. We inhale to come back down. We exhale. We inhale to come back down. If you feel any tension in your neck, you can have your head resting into those hands a bit heavier. And you can always bring those elbows closer together. Play around. We just want to make sure that we're not lifting with our neck. So really imagining that mind to muscle connection of your core. Those ribs slide down towards the hips. You've got it. Okay, we're going to add on shortly in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, we hold at the top. Can you step those heels towards the front of the mat and then slide them slowly back in? Inhale to come back down. We exhale, we look just past those knees. Tap those heels towards the end of your mat. Slowly slide them back in. Your mat might bunch up with you. That's absolutely fine. We exhale to come up. Tap those heels away. Slide them slowly in. We inhale to come back down. So we're increasing that time under tension as we hold lifted at the top. That's it. Our lower core is switching on as we tap those heels away, those deep core muscles. Yes, team. Okay. We add on shortly. We hold in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Can you stay lifted? Can you reach those arms forwards? Can you reach up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch? Whew. Yes, you can. Shoulder blades are lifting higher off the mat. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back down. Take a quick second. Our legs are going to come to tabletop. Now, ab curls once again. Inhale to prepare. We exhale, we curl and lift. Can you give me 1 pulse out on that band with those feet? Inhale to come back down. We exhale. Now we're in tabletop. That lower spine is imprinted into the mat. We pulse out once on that band. We come all the way back down. We exhale, scoop and curl. Pulse out on that band at the top. We inhale to come back down. You've got it. Ribs sliding down to hips. We've got 5 more seconds before we hold at the top. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, can you hold at the top? Can we just pulse out on that band? 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, straight in to our bicycle curls. So one leg extends long as you curl that opposite elbow to knee, twisting over to that side. not just with your elbow, but with your shoulder blades as well. That's it. You've got it. The lower you bring that opposite leg, the harder those lower core muscles have to work and switch on. You've got it. Keep breathing. We're going to hold over to one side. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you hold over to one side? Now that leg stays lifted off the mat. Can you reach your hand over towards what am I saying? Can you reach that hand nice and long? Can you pulse, pulse, pulse? Shoulder blades lifted off the mat. Yes, you can. Keep that leg in tabletop. In 5, keep it lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now can you just pulse that knee in? Hand stay still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof. Come back down to your mat. Can we come over into that bicycle curl? Can you lift that hand nice and long? Can you reach, pulse, up an inch, down an inch, reaching forwards? That leg is still lifted off of the mat. You've got 5. Then we pulse that knee in 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you pulse that knee in? Woo, this one kills. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Come back down. You might want to pull those knees in towards the chest and just rock slowly from side to side. That core work was killer. That band. Whew. Okay, team, you've got it. So we're going to come in to a little bit of glute and tricep work, and we're on the home stretch. Okay, so we're going to take that band, we're going to place it over just above the elbows, and then we're going to come into our 4-point kneeling position. So check your form. Your hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, soft bend in the elbow, slight resistance on that band. Now, nice neutral spine. We're gonna extend that right leg nice and long. So we first come in to a leg raise. So finding length, just coming to hip height. Your hips stay nice and stable, shining down towards the mat. So we don't want to be rocking from side to side. We squeeze that glute at the top. They should already be switched on from those glute bridges we did. Yes, that's it. So imagine I'm pulling your toe back towards the end of your mat. We're only coming to hip height, so the leg's not up here. That's it. Okay. You've got 5 more seconds. We're going to add on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Can you curl that leg in towards the glute? Hamstring curl, flexed foot. Point to bring back long, tap it down. Lift and squeeze the glute, flex the foot, kick it in towards the glute, back out long and down. All the while, our hips stay nice and stable. Our back is in that neutral spine. We're not arching. That's it. You've got it. So those hamstrings should switch on here. Yes, team. So it's a flex the foot to curl it in towards the glute. Point to bring back out. You've got it. Yes, team. We're going to add on some arms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, can you give me 2 hamstring curls, 2 tricep dips? That leg stays lifted. Tap it down. Come up, give me 2 hamstring curls, and then 2 tricep dips. That band is actually giving you a bit of a hand there in those tricep dips, assisting you. You've got it. Whew, I've barely got it. Whew, this is strong. Okay, keep it going. We're going to hold down in those tricep dips in 5 more seconds, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, can you hold it low? Can you just give me 8 seconds here in your pulses? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Whew. Even though that resistance band does help, it's still nice and juicy. Okay, we're going to come straight onto that other side. You've got it. So left leg goes nice and long, or the opposite leg to which you were working. Now, lift and squeeze that glute. Find that length. Squeeze. I'm pulling your leg towards the back of the mat. Yes, team. Nice neutral spine. Hips stay nice and square. Yes, team. You've got that tray of drinks on your back. 5 more seconds, be adding that hamstring curl. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you flex that foot? Can you curl in towards the glute? Come back out, point the foot, tap it down. All the while, hips stay nice and stable. That's it, team. You know what's coming. You've got it. 10 more seconds. We add on those arms. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, can you give me 2 hamstring curls? Now 2 tricep dips. That leg stays lifted. Tap it down. Yes, team, we are so close now. We come into a nice stretch. You've got it. In 5. We're going to hold it down in those pulses. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, we hold it down. Just pulse. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back down. Okay, team. You can lose that band. You can throw it into next week. Whew, we're going to just come into a quick stretch. You smashed it. So we're going to come into those cat cows. We drop that chest. We look up towards the ceiling. We exhale. We push away from the mat, rounding through that spine. We inhale to drop the chest, looking up towards the ceiling. We exhale, push that mat away. We take one more here. Slowing that heart rate down. And then we push back into that downward dog. Take a second here. Can we push that chest back towards those inner thighs? Maybe taking a few pedals through that feet. Noticing how much different your body might be feeling. Are you feeling a little bit looser through those hamstrings? Now slowly walk forwards into that high plank. Drop the hips. Come into that back bend. And slowly look over one shoulder maybe, over to the other side. And then push back into that child's pose. Knees go nice and wide to the edges of the mat. Fingertips spread nice and long, reaching forwards, forehead can maybe rest on towards that mat. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Walk those hands in. I'm going to face you guys. And then we finish class how we started it. So can you drop one hand to the mat? Can you lift the opposite hand? Arm reaches overhead. Maybe you're looking at that hand. We come back through center over to the other side. Okay, team, you are done. You smashed that. That was nice and spicy, even though it was only around 25 minutes. If you like that, there's more similar classes, but there's also our grill style classes, which are more quick, intense hits if you're short on time. So well done, team. I'm going to run, try and stretch it out a bit more, and see you next time.